Jason? Can anybody hear me out there?
I can hear you, Rob.
I can hear you.
Okay. All right, I gotta wait for 2 more members.
Hello.
Hi, Marty.
Hi. I'm here. I'm with Marty.
Lynn. Lynn is here. Marty is here.
All right,
Not
Corinne is
together.
here. Yeah, Corinne is here, and I am here. So that gives us 4 to start the meeting.
Okay,
I'll call the meeting.
And Jason's online as well.
Jason's online. Okay. All right.
Where's
Let's call the
Mr.
meeting.
Toscano?
I don't know where he is. Let me call the meeting to order. I'm going to call the meeting to
Okay.
order at 6:01. The announcement: this meeting is being conducted remotely, consistent with the Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, pursuant of the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have suspended public gatherings, and as such, the governor's orders suspends the requirements of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. We are currently meeting remotely, and as such, all votes will be taken by roll call in accordance with the Regulation 9040 CMR 2910 of the open meeting law. So first thing I'm going to say is, so right now we have Corinne, Marty, Jason, and Lynn, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Bill Shemeth? And Tony Toscano?
Colleen. Yeah, Colleen's supposed to be calling in too.
All right, so
I'm here.
also attendance
You're there?
tonight.
Hey, Colleen.
Hello.
Also attendance tonight is Pat George, Colleen Cutting, and Carter Bemis. So I'll just run down what everybody's familiar with. Of course, everybody knows Pat George. He's working with us on the concerts. Colleen Cutting will be running our Luther Hill Park program this summer, and will be in charge of that. And Carter Bemis has reached out to Marty and myself, and he would like to be involved in Parks and Recs. I told him to call in. We're at our max with 7 right now, but we could always use the help. So that's Carter will also be online. Somebody else call in? Yes.
Bill Shemeth here.
Okay. So we haven't had a meeting in a while. We don't have minutes for the prior meeting. So Colleen, you're going to start taking the minutes?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right, so let's go to Parks and Recreation accounts, budget, and capital. So, Lynn, you want me to go what we got left for the year?
Sure. Well, I sent it to everybody, so I don't know if everybody's got it in front of them.
All right. So, anybody have any questions on any of all this?
Mr. Chairman?
Yep.
So,
Yes, William.
whatever we have for the 2,500 we have for concerts at the park, we need to schedule those concerts before the end of the fiscal year.
Okay.
So if If the 2,500 is what we use to help have an act at the Luther Hill Park opening, that makes sense to me.
I
And
agree
I'll
with
make
that.
that
Sure.
motion.
All right, so Bill Shemus made a motion to use some of the 2,500 for the opening at Luther Hill Park. Do I have
I'll
a
second
second?
it.
My German seconds, roll call vote. Corinne Kennedy.
Yeah.
Jason Ferreira,
Aye.
Marty German,
Aye.
Lynn Peretti,
Aye.
William Shemus,
Aye.
and the chairman votes aye. That passes. Okay. So we'll have to figure out how much we're gonna have left on that.
So just for your information, Mr. Chairman, the Cultural Council, the 1,000 plus that we had for last year that we didn't use, we can use up to December 31st of this current year.
Okay.
In addition, we also have come July 1, another 1,000 plus for the upcoming year from a new grant from the Cultural Council for concerts.
So we're looking at
we've
just
got-
around $2,000.
$2,000
We have
between the two of them.
1,600. Yeah, we got
Repeat. Can you say that
$1,622.
again? Say that again, Lynn, please.
We have $1,622 from the 2020 summer concert grant that we have not touched. That's
And
in the
then we'll have
revolving fund.
additional money for 2021, Lynn.
Okay. Sounds good.
But the 2020 money we have till the end of this calendar year to use at any of our facilities.
Okay.
All right, so we voted to use that for Luther Hill's opening for that day. Okay,
Yes, that's the money from our budget for this year.
all right.
That's
Any
still a
other
lot of
questions?
money we still have.
Well, if we don't spend it, Lynn, we lose it. So I don't care where
Oh, I
we
know.
use
That's
it,
what I'm saying.
but
So we
let's
have
use
to
it
start.
somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't care which park, just I don't want to turn money back that we fought for.
Nope. No, you're right.
So we should, well, Pat's on the, Pat, you're online, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so when we.
Hey, did we talk, Rob, 1 second. Did we talk about what Pat's getting and that we were going to use our funds to have like an opening band for the ones that Pat books? Didn't we, is that what we had talked about last year?
Yeah, Lynn, when I get down to concerts, we're gonna talk about that,
Oh, okay.
okay? All right, so any
Got
other
it.
questions on account balances, budgets, or capital?
I do have one question. So on the Powder Mill Park donation account, when you have in parentheses 6,000 for concerts only, is that what we're setting aside for that for this
That was the
year?
money, that we got from the savings bank that Pat George got for his concerts.
Okay, great. Thank you for clarifying.
That was from the Spencer
So
Savings
if we
Bank.
need to use the Cultural Council money to support that, we can do that.
Yes.
He'll tell us that when he addresses us.
Okay. Anything else on capital or budget? Lynn, you want to go over what we've got for using for the capital with Tony, with the cameras down at Powder Mill?
Well, I ordered through Amazon the 12-foot high poles, the steel poles, the bases, and the security cameras and the lights that go on top of the poles, which through Amazon, actually I got the lights and the mounts and the security cameras we have, just waiting for the poles, which is going to be they have a special delivery that I've got to make sure I'm there to get it because they're 12 feet. But that was about $1,900 and something through Amazon, the Powder Mill for the security system. So, and then Tony's not on, is he?
No.
No, but
I'm here.
He's got a. Tony's there. Tony, hi Tony.
Aye.
Tony, do you want to discuss what's being done with that?
Yeah, I don't know if I could.
So, Mr. Chairman, I would recommend that, and I'll move to amend the agenda if necessary, that we discuss what it's going to take to install the cameras back at Luther Hill, O'Gara, and Powder Mill, and that we know those funds are being used and the plans are being put in place.
Right, well, I was just discussing the capital, that's part of our capital camera, so. So we got capital from last year. So I can wait till we get down to, we can move it up.
Well, I think it makes sense to just talk about cameras in general at all our facilities, and what we're going to do to make sure they're in place.
Tony, you want to give an update on Powder Mill?
Yeah, so they started digging it up for the new patio. You know, all the bricks that were printed up. I haven't been down yet. They were supposed to lay the new bricks this weekend. I don't know if they got to that, but I don't know if Lynn covered the poles with the lights that we ordered. We're going to put 4 of them down there for cameras and
Yep,
security
covered
lights. And we just still need to find a camera. I mean, a stainless steel cabinet to put everything in. That should be the last thing.
Okay. And you guys are getting a ditch witch or something to dig the trenches?
We're going to have to get a machine of some kind to do it. And the cable company.
All right, with the cable company, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bundle O'Gara, Powder Mill, and Luther Hill together with Charter. That's what I'm working on right now. Now, for O'Gara, for Charter, it's $8,852. We're responsible for the first, $8,582. We're responsible for the first $582, and they cover the rest. I sent in the paperwork last week when I signed it. I will hear from the engineer on Friday of this week. Once I hear from the engineer on Friday, then we'll go to Powder Mill on pole 52 and see how they're going to install cable there and what we need for materials and the price of that.
Okay. All right. All right, anything else on budget capital?
So, Mr. Chairman, when can we anticipate, with all the hoops that need to be jumped through, that cameras will be operational at Powder Mill, Luther Hill, and O'Gara Park where they need to be?
Well, first we're working right now is on Powder Mill. It's all up to when Charter gets all that equipment in there, and then we gotta go. So,
Well, Bill, the lead time is usually 8 to 10 weeks by the time I get started to the finish of the end product. So once
Thank you,
I
Marty.
see the gentleman Friday, so we're talking 8 to 10 weeks from the time I meet the gentleman till the time their job is completed.
So can we advocate to have that happen by July 1?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Can we make sure all those hoops get jumped through by July 1st?
Well, right now we're almost April 1st, so we're going to come close. That's what I can tell you for Powder Mill. O'Gara Park, I can see that almost, if they get the paperwork done, probably done by June 1st. Luther Hill, all we have to do is go back to getting the stuff we need, reattach, and go forward.
Thank you, Marty.
all right, everybody knows that a few of us met with the capital planning committee a 3 weeks ago. They went over what we want to put in for capital. We met with them down at O'Gara Park. We did a walk through O'Gara Park. their question to us was, what was our number one project out of the four things we put in for? Project. So that was $5,000. So hopefully we see that in capital money. For next year, this year coming up in July, so we can finish this project while all the lighting is done and vandalized. Moving that up. So it was a good meeting with them. We did a complete tour of O'Gara, the grant, all that. So it went well.
Yeah. My hope, Mr. Chairman, is not to be discussing with capital or finance or town meeting or other folks security cameras come the fall town meeting.
Say that again, Bill?
My hope is that we have the security systems in place before the fall town meeting.
That's the plan. Like I said, contingent on charter. So once we get that. All right. So if we have nothing else with capital, I'm gonna move down to Luther Hill. And what I have on the Luther Hill is the opening. So Lynn and Colleen have been talking about the opening. So if one of you guys want to talk about what's going on?
Yeah, I reached out to the kids. I think, let me see, we usually open up, anybody know when school is out? Because either we can open up on the 20th, which is Father's Day, or the week after. Usually we open around the 20th, if that sounds good for everybody. We usually have the kids there on the 19th Saturday to set everything up. And then
my
open up on
understanding
Sunday.
is with the virtual remote learning, there haven't been any snow days. So when they would normally end, whatever the calendar said they should end.
Okay.
So we should be able to open this year.
So the 20th is good for everybody? We usually do the 20th, so the last day would be August 21st.
Okay.
And then we have all the kids come the 22nd to clean up and put away and all that stuff. I talked to Colleen. We're going to be running swim lessons the 4 weeks in July, two 10-day sessions, 2 weeks, 10 days. So from the 5th, but actually what I was talking to Rob earlier, the 5th is the legal holiday for Independence Day. So we're going to run it, start on Tuesday for the first session through the Friday the 16th, and we'll reduce that by like $5. Then we'll run the second one from July 19th through the 30th of July. So those are the two sessions. I've got to get the flyers together. I want to get those to all the schools sometime during April. And then we can discuss with Colleen on
how are the lifeguards remotely going to assess the kids where to place them?
Well, we're not going to worry about where they're going to put them. They can do that when the kids show up. I did send all you guys the new guidelines for reopening parks. It's very similar to last year. Adequate distancing, beach groups should be limited to no larger groups than 15, 12 feet distance between toweling. I sent that to everybody. Lifeguards, minimum distance of 6 feet should be kept between the kids. They need to keep masks on. Picnic areas should be closed if social distancing can't be maintained. So it's very similar to last year, same protocol for cleaning. We did line up for a dumpster this year, so we don't have to worry about all the rubbish. Marty, you like that. So I've got dumpster service coming in once a week to dump the dumpster. So the kids can just dump all the rubbish in that instead of worrying about highway picking up once a week and trash getting all over the place. So that will help that a bit. And it wasn't much. It was like
swimming lessons would run from what time in the day to what time of the day? What days of the week in July?
We're open. What was that again, Bill?
So after July 4th, when do swimming lessons start? And for which days of the week do they run from what hour to what hour? Generally, I know they run
last year from 10 o'clock for 1 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 45-minute classes. Same thing what we had done before, 5 days a week. So two-week sessions. One of them will just be a day short, no big deal. I'd rather get it in and get it all done in July, because that's when people are looking to sign the kids up and not go into August. There's plenty of people around on July 4th week. That's not an issue. So everybody else runs it during that week also.
So, Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion to approve the resumption of swimming lessons as Lynn has indicated during the month of July for our upcoming summer session.
I'll second that.
All right, roll call vote. All right, Marty German,
Yay.
Corinne Kennedy, Lynn Peretti,
Aye.
Ian Shemet,
Aye.
Anthony Toscano,
Aye.
Jason Ferreira,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. All right.
Do you want to, last year we were open 9 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. Do you guys want to keep those hours? Do you want to start at an hour later?
I think 10 to 7 would be good.
I think
And
10
have
is
the-
better. I'm
And
sorry,
then
Mark,
have
go
the
ahead.
lifeguard 9 o'clock so they can get everything ready for, the spraying,
Yep.
the cleaning, and this, that, and other thing. My
Well,
recommendation.
even 9:30 is plenty of time, but I would rather open the beach up at 10 o'clock myself. Nobody's there between 9 to 10. Give the kids a little extra half hour to get in there, and they can show up at 9:30, plenty of time to open up the beach.
When do you want to close, Lynn?
Still 7 o'clock, unless you think 6,
Move
whatever,
that
whatever
the
you
beach
guys
be
think.
open
Colleen,
from 10
wait.
to 7 this summer season,
Wait,
Mr.
hold
Chairman.
on 1 sec. Colleen,
Yeah.
what do you think, honey? 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night? You know best because you're down there.
We usually have swimmers there until 7. So
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I would like to,
So we'll do.
my opinion is we have the
Yep.
staff there for 9 o'clock. That way, by 10 o'clock, they're ready to go because they have more cleaning to do now because of
Okay.
COVID and stuff. And they can police the area and,
Okay.
I mean, if I'm wrong, Pauline, and then they can stay open till 7. So they'll be there from 9 till 7. That
Mr.
works.
Chairman,
that's
my
a good
motion
catch.
will be amended to reflect your recommendation.
Hold on,
Sounds
Bill.
good.
Can I finish?
Yes, sir.
Pauline, does that work for you what do you think of that?
yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, because you don't have a lot of people there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
No, it's usually just one person that comes down, if that.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Do we also want to, Rob? Do we also want to run 2 parking attendants again, one on both ends of the park?
Yes, at least I do.
Okay.
I feel we should run just like we did last year because
Yep. But we need to have a station for them. We need to come up with some kind of station for them to sit at with an umbrella. We'll figure that out.
We actually ran 3 last year because of COVID. So I would like to stay with that. That's how we ran last year.
Okay.
Because we don't know how this is going to be playing out
Right.
in July.
Okay.
So-
Sounds good.
My opinion is to stay where we are, adding the swimming lessons.
Yep.
Bill made the recommendations. We opened the park at 10.
Yep.
And we open the park at 10, but the staff will be there for 9 o'clock.
Got it.
So everything you just said, Rob, my motion reflects.
I'll second that.
All right. So I'll do a roll call vote. We already have Marty, we already have Bill. So Corinne Kennedy. Corinne says aye. Lynn Peretti.
Aye.
Anthony Toscano.
Aye.
Jason Ferreira.
Aye.
And the chairman votes aye.
I have other questions on Luther Hill, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, Bill.
Well,
Marty, you want to give a general update where things stand, and maybe you'll answer some of my questions?
not a problem. So the first thing is, we talked about a dumpster. When is that supposed to land on Luther Hill?
I'll go upstairs.
Say that again, Marty, where's it going?
Well, what date and where are we gonna put it?
Because I can't go out there yet.
I know, I'm saying half hour.
Lynn?
Okay.
Don't want to say anything.
Lynn, can you
Watch
mute your
t-
phone?
watch TV.
Okay, just go upstairs then.
Lynn, can you mute your phone?
Oh, sorry. I don't know how to mute it because it doesn't let me. Okay, I'm in quiet place now.
And what I need to know is, dear, when you talk to John Think Cook, when are they gonna deliver the dumpster?
Whenever we want it, I told him sometime in June. He said just call
Okay.
them and they'll dump it that day or the next day. They don't need much notice.
So we'll have to go over there and look where would be the most efficient way to place that and put that, so when they come into the park,
Right.
they can come in, dump it and whatever. Now, the other thing is, does Jonathan know he's gonna have to come when the park is opened?
Yep, he knows. He knows.
All right. All right, Bill, so an
It's already
update.
been discussed.
In 2
Okay, so I'm just going
Bill?
over notes I have from a colleague here. What's the status on installing the swing?
Bill,
The swing?
Yes.
I'm not finished yet.
Let Marty
go ahead.
finish.
Let me-
Proceed,
And I'll
sir.
answer everybody's question. Are we ready?
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
sir.
Marty.
I'm all ears.
All right. All right. In 2 weeks, you're going to turn the water on for the bathrooms to get that done and over with. I need a number for a septic system pumper so we can pump out the septic system. So, Lynn, do we have that person that gives us our
Yep.
porta potties? Does they do septics?
Yep. Actually,
All right.
we all use Barnes. We all use Barnes
All right.
sanitation.
And if I call Barnes, all we're going to do is charge it to the town or charge it to the
Yep.
Parks and Rec?
Yep, you can
Okay.
just charge it to Parks and Rec. Yep.
I'll take care of that. The other thing too is the swing set. We need to get that swing set up ASAP with volunteers, because I was over there today and the plywood's starting to sink where that covered the holes. So we got to get volunteers over there and get that in there ASAP, and then we can clean up the sand around it and make it presentable. Next step is next week, the garage door guy is coming to look at the building. I have someone that donated a garage door system. All this guy is gonna do is charge us to install it. That'll be sometime next week.
Excellent.
At that point, I'm gonna
Good
take all
job.
the stuff out of that building and even the carpet, clean everything up. I'm gonna paint that floor and get rid of that carpet so there's no mold.
I agree with that. That was brought up last year by the staff about that carpet. I agree with
Yeah.
that.
So we're gonna do that.
So,
Yep.
Marty,
Yep.
given that next weekend is Easter weekend, can we look for a volunteer day the following weekend?
I will make this suggestion. Other than myself, someone else get everybody together and call me and tell me when I'm gonna be there. I'll have my trailer loaded up, ready to go with all the stuff.
Thank you, sir. I had texted you before about if we need any tree work. Have you had a chance to look at that yet?
I walked all over the place there. The highway department already cleaned up the stuff behind the bathrooms and that. And they cleaned up some other trees that were down for us. So we're pretty well okay with that point. If anybody else notices something other than I did, but I don't think we need to spend any more money on the trees at this time.
Okay.
Other than if we look at during the season and we see a couple that we need to take down, we just call Youngs and he'll come over there. I've already talked to him. He'll come whenever and take care of them for us.
Are the park benches all set? Are there any repairs that need to be needed or painting to be done?
We have to fix the one park bench that the town hit with the riding lawnmower, and then we
Yep.
just got to get some 2x6s and paint them and put them up. That's something that I don't have a problem doing. I can do that during the course of from now till we open. But the main goal this year for anything is to get that swing set up and get everything cleaned up in that area so it looks presentable.
The boathouse, anything need to be done there, sir?
So the boathouse, I just told you about the floor. I told you about the garage door. We have the paint to paint the building. So that'll be another volunteer day to paint the building. I have all the materials to finish the drainage work. That'll start probably when it gets a little warmer, probably in 2 or 3 weeks. Clean that all up, put stone in there. That'll be done. And then down the road during the course of the year, we'll get an excavator down there to dig a trench from that building to our little shack so we can run electric and water from point A to point B.
The ropes and buoys, bucket weights, chains, etc. Do you have what you need, or do we need?
Those are all new last year.
They're all
buoys
done.
and
Yeah,
ropes
the
were all new last year.
So we have everything we need, Lynn?
No.
What was that?
The only thing we did is the weights.
So
Right.
are we getting
What
those?
are the buoy weights?
Yep. The first aid supplies, cards, stickers.
I mean, we'll go through all that. I'm going to sit down with Colleen next week. We'll go through. We'll go down there, see what we need. A lot of the COVID safety stuff. I think we still have plenty of stuff down there. Sanitizers. We have the sprayer thing. We'll go down and check all that stuff out sometime next month. And even the kids. If we need help painting the building, I'm sure any one of the kids. Obviously we'll pay them if they want to come in. And help paint or do whatever. So.
Lynn, it's Rob. There
Yep.
was a group that wanted to paint the building last year, but because of COVID, that got squashed. So let me see if
Okay.
that I think it was Target, a group from Target. Let me see if they're still willing to do it.
Okay.
So I also, the next question would be the training. First, at our next meeting, Mr. Chairman, I would like Colleen to be able to present how the staff are going to be trained, what the schedule looks like, all that stuff, sir.
That's a little early. We've got to reach out, see who's coming back, who's going to be recertified. We got to find out that fairly soon. I know one of the kids last year didn't get recertified, and I'm sure she wants to come back. She's been here every year, so I've got to check and see what now that we're running swim classes, see who's going to be recertified for WSI, who needs to be recertified for lifeguard. That's what Colleen and I are going to sit through and find out. And the scheduling, that's something we don't need to worry about now. We know we need 2 lifeguards on during the week. We do 3 lifeguards on the weekend. We do 2 lifeguards during the week, and we'll have 3 parking attendants on every day, 1 at each end and 1 floating around. And the 2 lifeguards, Colleen, what?
By the beginning of May, whenever we
Yep.
can figure out a meeting time, given the town meeting and election and stuff.
Yep.
I want us to be able to discuss how the lifeguards are being trained, what the swimming lesson reach out efforts will look like, all that stuff. I don't want to wait till June or the end of May for that to happen. So I'm okay with the beginning of May. We can find a date that works, but I don't want to push that discussion beyond that.
Okay.
So let's give them time to get their work done, figure out who's coming back, and then we'll discuss that next one of our meetings.
Last thing on Luther Hill, Mr. Chairman, the dog folks are willing to donate at least 3, maybe 4 of the dog stations. So I just need Marty to tell me where to put them. And that doesn't have to happen tonight. He can contact me later.
Well, if you want to listen, I'll tell you tonight. If you want to put 1 by the new shack, you want to put 1 by the sign, and then you want to put 1 as you're looking at the bathrooms. Go probably 200 feet down the street and put it where some of those picnic tables are. That'll be fine, because that'll cover the beach here.
Put that down and send it to me.
Most certainly.
Thank you.
We can always go down.
Are these stations where they actually put the bags, the dirty bags, back into something, or do they take them with them? Or do we have to worry about emptying those
It's a
things?
place to put the dirty bags in. It
They're supposed to
works
what?
extremely well on the rail trail, which I'll talk about when we get there.
Okay.
All right. Anything else on Luther Hill in the opening?
I assume that, Rob, you're gonna tell us some general get-ready dates to volunteer when it gets closer to the reopening.
Like always I do, Bill. Yep, I'll have that all set up. I gotta get it scheduled and figure out what we're gonna be doing. Take
If you
care of
have that before the town meeting, we'll announce it at the town meeting, sir.
Yeah, I'll work on that, and I'll work on that with Marty. All right, let's move on to the rail trail. Bill, you walked that?
Yes, I did, Mr. Chairman. It's in remarkable condition, actually. The major concerns would be where the benches are. I'm not sure whether you call that stone dust or something else, but someone should go and look at those specifically and put the right amount of stone dust. As far as the trail itself, it looks in good condition. The only place that there's been some erosion or need to replace the main stuff on the trail would be right at O'Gara Park. However, we want to make sure the building that the garage Tony's putting up is put there, and whatever additional collateral issues may arise from the stone dust or the regular trail stuff, that we wait till the building's in place and then make the repairs, so we're not doing it twice. There's a lot of leaves and stuff in the gutter areas from the South Spencer entrance to the end of the pond that we may want to look at taking out, we may not. There don't appear to be a lot of branch issues. It's clear that someone's actually spent the effort to address those issues, because there's wood piled up along the sides in certain places. The pond looks good. The turtles are back. The wildlife looks very active. So the rail trail is in extremely good condition. Some minor issues. The big issue. So I would recommend that whoever you want to have go look at the stone dust and put it back where the benches are. That be done. In that after the garage is in place, that we have the stone dust and the actual trail repaired as needed at that point, sir.
Okay.
There
May I
are
ask a question?
the open space plan has been submitted, so as soon as we have conditional approval, there are grants that we can apply for and effective in July from the state. So I'll be letting folks know about those. That applies to all our parks. And that's an exciting possibility, since we've had issues with the open space plan being overextended a year or two. Corinne will have some additional opportunities for both the Powder Mill and Luther Hill playgrounds, and we'll have opportunities in general. And there are some additional cultural council opportunities that may give us some grant funds for the grandstand at O'Gara.
Okay. Anybody else
Bill?
on rail trail?
Yeah,
Yes.
a question. Bill, did you know, is there any more beaver problems down there that we need to have addressed? Did you notice?
I didn't see any. I'm not sure who dammed up the, it looks like people put the stuff to make sure the water flowed at the pond. That didn't look like beaver work, and I didn't see any beavers.
Okay, all right, because I know we had them, what was it, last year or the year before, we had to have
Yeah, a
some
lot of
relief from there.
frogs. They are definitely vigorous in their throat muscles.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Anybody else on rail trail?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Jason?
Bill, you got to be more specific when you need more stone dust at the benches. We need to know which benches, because I'll contact Steven Tyler tomorrow and see if we can rectify that, number one. Number two, the tree work was done by Steven Tyler when I called him in the beginning of December. There was a few trees when I walked the trail that were questionable, and I had them taken care of by the highway department. So you got to be more specific on which benches need additional stone dust, unless there's some type of erosion I'm not aware of.
So you know where that big hill is in a field? And there's a bench towards the O'Gara side. There's a big digging out of stone dust there. That was the major.
Excuse me for a minute. Just an indication. I think what we should do on the rail trail is, if that's a question of what bench it is, I think if benches should be marked with a number, or markers should be marked with a number, so Bill or anybody else can be more specific, and then that way there'll be no other problems with conversation.
Okay, so
I agree with that.
hold on,
suggestion.
for time, hold on, just to save some time. Jason, Steve Tyler is no longer with Highway. I think they have a new highway superintendent.
Yeah, Bill Cundiff.
Yeah, so he started down there. So
Bill
we'll have to get him, talk with him. If you want, Jay, since we're on duty this weekend, you and I can take a walk down the trail and see which ones they have.
Yeah. The biggest problem was underneath the bench at that hill, which is a field where you can see, and that's pretty clear, where it was dug underneath the bench. The
Well,
stuff
Bill, you can
at
take a
near O'Gara Park, we should wait until the garage building is in place and then fix whatever needs to be fixed at that time.
Bill, you can always take a picture too, and that'll give us a decent location where it is and what it is, and we know what we gotta look at, and just give it to Jason. That works big too, taking a picture of it. So,
Yes.
okay. Jason, anything else?
Yeah, I'll take the time this week to label all the benches and then map them out.
So the Rail Trail 4 grant that ties in O'Gara and Powder Mill, O'Gara and the Rail Trail, we have to submit that in February of next year. So we have plenty of time, but we don't want to take too much time. So if we want to have Steve Tyler in at a meeting, 2 or 3 meetings down the road, that would make some sense, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, that will. Okay, we can do that. So speaking of trees with the rail trail and Luther Hill, Highway stepped up huge, and they've cleaned up all these trees for us. I know, right, like I said, Jason called and they took care of it right away down there, and they've been checking them, and they also took care of the ones over at Powder Mill Luther Hill without even calling them. They took, I don't even know how many trees they took out of there. So that,
Mr. Chairman, I would move to send them a letter of thanks for their efforts on that.
yeah, I'll talk to Evan. Okay. So,
but I think it wouldn't hurt to send a formal letter to the new UNF director thanking them for their efforts, sir. So I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
all right, roll call vote. Frank Kennedy,
Aye.
Lynn Peretti,
Aye.
Anthony Toscano,
Aye.
Jason Ferreira,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye.
Mr.
right.
Sharp votes aye as well, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, you're the one who recommended it, that's why I didn't.
Okay.
All right,
Making sure.
number 6, O'Gara Park. So can either Marty or Tony give us an update with the building stand?
I think we're all set. I just have to get a few more items to Marty to turn it in for the permit. And then we can start scheduling everything.
Okay,
So giving yourself extra time, Tony, realistically, without being under the gun, when should the public expect to see the building up?
No idea.
3 months, 6 months?
We have to talk.
September 1st.
Okay, as long as I have a date.
Tony, how much, they needed what, like 6 weeks notice to bring it up? Or 2 months or something, once we had the slab down? What did they say? I don't remember.
No, they said a couple weeks they could have it all made, but they don't want us to call them until the slab's done.
Right, right.
And I'm sure now is Jeff Zukas' busiest time of year, so who knows where we can get him down there.
All right. Well, we'll just keep plugging away at the building. We've already discussed the cameras, I think, in detail with it there. Outer Mill.
I have some questions on O'Gara, Mr. Chairman.
Back to O'Gara.
Yes.
Go ahead, Bill.
Okay.
Just a note, is the door all set at the dugout, Tony?
The door at the dugout.
Yes,
Jason
sir.
took care
Yes,
of
it
that
was
one.
taken care of. Jason over there and took care of that.
There is a branch that fell down when I looked at the rail trail, and it may already be taken care of, Tony, but it's on the field from one of the pine trees there, close to the rail trail.
Okay.
Do we need to talk about the new group using it, or?
No,
new
that was
one.
already, that was already decided with the soccer.
Yep. So it is a possibility, the way I wrote the Cultural Council grants, that the concerts can occur at any of our park facilities. So if you have any interest in one or more concerts being at O'Gara, Tony, just let us know.
Okay. Lynn?
Hey,
Yes?
Lynn,
Yeah.
what we need to do is we need to get a handicap toilet up there for soccer and baseball and all the rest of them.
When are they starting?
I believe soccer is starting in April. I'm not mistaken.
April vacation, the soccer camp is there.
Okay, all righty. So we need a hand, we have one there now?
No,
You have nothing.
No,
We got nothing there. Okay,
no.
all right.
and I think what we need to do is
Got
if
it.
we're gonna
Now-
lock it, we should put a com on it instead of a
Okay,
key.
let me go back to now, if we have toilets, that's why we pulled them out of Powder Mill. I'm going to check the protocol and see how often they have to be cleaned. That's why we pulled them all out last year, because,
If I
So,
read,
Mr. Chairman, if because of the COVID regulations, things need to be cleaned more than normal, we can apply to the select board for funds for that.
I will talk to Lisa tomorrow and find out and see what the protocol is.
We were having
I gotta start having I gotta have the guy start spraying Powder Mill again, the sanitizer guy. We'll just keep the same people that we did last year with the same thing. I come in once a week and deep clean the bathrooms at Luther Hill and spraying down all the playground equipment. So,
Yeah.
and I don't mind because I'm retired. I don't mind taking the time out to spray the bathrooms at Luther Hill and spray the Johnnies at O'Gara Park.
okay.
I appreciate that, Marty,
So, I
but the town is sitting on
Do
$1 million.
you want
bucks.
the bathrooms? Do you want the bathrooms back? Do you guys want the bathrooms back at Powder Mill?
Yes.
No.
So
No.
disagree.
Hold on. Corinne's got something to say.
Agree only because, right, COVID does live on surfaces for a very long time, and nobody's there to manage them, especially at Powder Mill and O'Gara.
that's what I was
I
wondering. Right.
understand that, Marty, you're volunteering to spray them down, but it's not going to be consistently enough between every single person going in there. And I think to just err on safety of not having it there, therefore we reduce the risk of having the spread of COVID, because COVID does live in our waste products a lot longer than
Right.
untouched surfaces. So I think for now and until things are a little bit different with COVID, I think we shouldn't have porta potties there if there's nobody physically manning it.
Are you
Mr.
also
Chairman.
you saying that for O'Gara Park too, Corinne? Your recommendation?
Yes, because there's studies
Yeah.
from the University of Arizona that studied the wastewater products and sewer treatment plants and
Yep.
found that COVID lived up there in up to 6 months. So that's talking about sewer plants, right? We're
Right.
not talking about a porta potty that just sits there. So
Right.
I just say no for safety. I know it
Well,
stinks for
well,
the
that's why we
like,
pulled them out. Well, I know, but that's why we pulled them out last year. Same thing. We didn't have them
Yeah.
last year.
I just don't want anything to come
Should
back.
I tell them no soccer camp?
Mr. Chairman,
I mean, how long is the soccer camp, Tony? Like, is it a full day or is it like a half a
It's
day?
the full
Is
day,
it?
the whole April vacation week that we all
so the
approved.
town is sitting on $1 million, Mr. Chairman, or more of COVID expense money.
William,
That doesn't
one
cost
sec.
the taxpayer in Spencer a dime.
William,
I say we put our needs in writing and ask you to talk to Tom and see what, if any, the town can meet in that regard. Because if we're having access to federal or state dollars we're not accessing that have been allocated to the town of Spencer, and those can make our recreational facilities available, then we should be advocating for that, sir.
But you're not gonna hire somebody just to sit there and clean a toilet all day long either. That's a little impractical.
For
I mean,
COVID,
granted,
whatever you gotta hire them for, you hire them for, Lynn. I would disagree with you.
you want to
Alright,
hire
hold on.
somebody to sit there outside a bathroom and clean it after each person goes in there?
Well, Powder Mill, you'll be cleaning the playground equipment and whatever else you
Right.
need to do, and you.
Hold on. Bill,
Rob.
hold on. Not gonna argue about this. Lynn, I want you to talk to.
Yes.
You heard what Corinne says. She does work in this stuff. And we've talked to Lisa tomorrow.
Got it.
And get her guidance. And
Got it.
If we need to put something down there for the soccer, we'll do that because we already agreed to it, and we'll give them keys to lock it. So when they're down there, it's locked somehow, and then they can unlock it, and they'll have to spray it. When kids go in there, we'll give them spray, and they can spray it. If there's special events, and we can bring them in, and since we have this COVID money, I say we do it that way. My opinion, leaving a porta potty down in the hot sun with this virus makes me uncomfortable. I wouldn't want to go in it. If we have like concerts and stuff and we can get the thing dropped off on a Saturday and it's locked, we open it up on Sunday for the concert, or we and then it's sprayed down at the concerts, that's fine. Let's figure this out with Lisa, okay?
Got it.
But
Got
I don't feel comfortable sticking a porta potty that anybody can get into. Who knows what's with them, how sick they are, and having something inside one of these. And the last time we removed these porta potties because they're full of needles, if I remember.
Right. Yep,
So
down
I
Powder
think-
Mill. I never received not one complaint that I received last year about no porta potties at Powder Mill. Not one complaint that I have.
Listen, let's listen. We have COVID money, so we'll bring them in and out as needed, and we'll have to pay extra, but we can use the COVID money to do that. And we'll talk with Lisa tomorrow, Lynn, and then I'll talk to Tom if I need to. And I think that's the way we should go.
I will move to authorize the chairman to do what he just said.
Okay, I guess I second that.
Okay, next.
So Tony, do you understand if we have, all right, listen, this is, if we have the soccer camp, we will bring in a porta potty for them. We agreed to do that. And we'll get a lock on it so it's not opened up by anybody. And we'll discuss it with them. After they're done, they'll have to use a sanitizer and spray it.
Right, and we'll have to have it cleaned Monday, Wednesday, Friday. How does that sound?
That sounds fine. I'm all for that. That's anything to keep these cleaner. because I just
Because they
don't feel
can't be there
comfortable.
for 10 hours and not have a
Well,
porta-
I can order another,
agree.
I can order another backpack that we had. Did that work okay, Colleen, last year, that backpack sanitizer?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Okay, so maybe I'll get another one, Marty, so like maybe if whoever's around can go down there and just use that, spray it all down?
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, all right. So for just special events we want to do. Okay.
All right,
And we also
I
gotta
agree.
remember, the other thing we got to remember too is when we're talking and discussing about COVID and the bathrooms and so forth and so on, that we also have the ladies softball coming in, men's softball, and other things happening. So this can't be something we sit on. This got to be something we got to act on ASAP.
Yeah.
So we have a
Well, I
response
think,
when people call.
So
Right,
Marty,
but
my
I think, I mean,
interpretation of a special event at O'Gara is whatever Tony signs a lease for.
Correct.
right, but for regular softball for every day, there's no way we can keep those clean all day long, every day for all these groups coming in. There's no way. There's no way.
Remember,
think
So
when
that-
whether we just keep,
at least you can negotiate special conditions. So, and I trust Tony to make the right decisions. So, he can spell out when those facilities are available for those groups.
well, like Rob's saying, for either 1 week camp, for the kids or, for the concerts down at Powder Mill and things like that, where we expect a big crowd, but people using it on an everyday basis, no, there's no way we can do that.
What I'm saying is that Tony's the commissioner for O'Gara Park. We've authorized him to sign the leases. There's a section in the lease where he can spell out what the special conditions are. So I'm saying that I trust Tony to determine when he needs the porta potties and when he doesn't.
Well, we'll wait to see what Lisa says.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, I'll talk to her tomorrow. Yep,
Every construction job I'm on, there's 2 or 3 porta potties, and they're not cleaning them every day. So obviously, that's not a huge concern.
Well, I just want, you know what, I just want to be, we're a town, so we're
I'll-
open up
I'll-
for more liability. And I just want to
I'll
cover.
talk to Lisa tomorrow. Yep, I'll talk to Lisa tomorrow and I'll let everybody know what the recommendation is. So,
And this current motion allows Rob the authority to enact whatever that is.
All right, do we have a second on that motion of Bill's?
Tony did, yes.
Okay, roll call vote. Marty German,
Aye.
Frank Kennedy,
I say nay. Let's wait until Lynn talks to Department of Health and get the recommendations before we make a full decision on it.
Well, Bill just motioned that Rob does whatever Lisa recommends. That's all this was.
Oh, okay, never mind. So
that's just kind of, is this a motion worthy kind of thing?
I didn't think so.
I
I
don't
said, I
I don't
guess.
think it needs to be.
I don't think it's, no,
No, it's not motion worthy. We're going too far with motion.
no,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's
It's
not
not.
motion worthy.
It's still being discussed.
It's
No,
still,
of course
it's
not.
still under, it comes under the chairman, so.
Just do what you gotta do, Rob.
So
Yes.
I'll let everybody know.
Okay, moving on. Powder Mill concerts. Pat George, you're up, buddy. If you haven't
I don't
gone,
think he's
please.
here.
I'm here. Okay,
But
I
they're
have
sleeping.
the lineup set for this summer's concert series. I have it starting on June 27th, then skipping the 4th of July week, and then resuming on July 11th. It'll be a total of 8 weeks. It will end on, I think it's the 22nd of August. I don't know if I can share my screen with you.
We're actually all on our phones.
no, sorry. You're the
Yeah.
only one that
Hey,
likes
Pat, are those on Sundays now?
They're all on Sunday. Yep.
At what time are most of them starting?
It's 2 to 5.
Okay, perfect.
All right. And okay, so I won't share the screen, but Rob, I'll send you a copy of the schedule that I have. The schedule that I have set up, including the sound company that will be doing sound every week, it comes out to $6,350. So we're a little over the $6,000 that we received in grant money from Cornerstone. So we'll have to dip into your pool of entertainment funds a little bit for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'd also like to be able to have printed up some nice heavy cardboard posters that we could put in different establishments around town, advertising the concert series. I don't know how much they're going to cost. I can't imagine it'd be more than a couple $100. Cornerstone did a great layout for us last year, and I'm going to ask them to change it, obviously, for this year's lineup and the dates, which I think they'll do for us. And they did that free of charge for us with their art department. So I'll try to get that done, and I could check with O'Coins for a price on the printing and get back to you on that. But I would imagine it's go ahead.
Just have her bill us too. When you go to O'Coins, they'll just have her bill attention to Parks Department.
Okay.
Yeah, we can take that out of our cultural money with the posters and stuff.
Now, are we okay with those dates?
I will make a
Perfect.
motion to approve Mr. George's recommendation with the supplementation of the necessary expenses from the Cultural Council grants, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I'm
second it.
still, hold on. Can we, not done talking here yet. All right. So those dates are good. So posters, what else? Do you still want to do a banner?
Well, yeah, we can do a banner, but I don't know about doing a banner at the park because I know you're getting the cameras, but there's a lot of mischief that goes on down there.
Yeah, correct. I agree with that.
Did we talk about putting one up in the downtown like they do sometimes? The banners going across the street.
Well, I mean, if anything extra you want to do will be great to help increase enthusiasm about the shows.
It would be nice to see a
I can
banner
look into that.
down by Mexicali.
Yeah, if you do want to put up a banner, let me know before you get it printed, and I'll see if Cornerstone will have their advertising department put something together so their logo's on it.
Pat, we also have the portable sign, which is currently at the fire barn next to the town hall with the letters. So for each concert, your folks, somebody can fill in the letters and
we got 3 or 4 of those. We could put one down by the cemetery by Big Y. We could put the other one down by Powder Mill. Yeah, we've got 3. What do we have? 3 of them, I think. I ordered a couple
4.
extra ones.
We got 4.
Okay.
So anything extra like that you want to do will be fine. You'll have the lineup. You'll be able to, change those as you wish, or you could just leave it up generically that it just says every Sunday.
Well, that's what I like. Is just putting one up generic. How do anybody know how wide those things are across the street?
No.
I think Gary Woodbury would know.
Yeah,
the banner now, the actual portable signs done across the street.
Yeah. And I'd like to use August 29th as a rain date in case any of the dates get rained out. We can move one of the acts to August 29th.
Perfect.
So we'll still be in decent weather.
Yeah, it makes good sense.
I'll go ahead and do the posters. As far as running ads and a new leader or something, I don't think that's going to be necessary, but I think we could put some press releases together with photos of the different bands and a little write-ups on them, and they'll probably just run it for us.
I agree.
Yeah, we can put those on those community pages on Facebook also.
Yeah.
All right, I'll collect all that information and be sure to get it all to you.
Yeah.
Brief bios, photos, things like that you'll be able to use.
Yeah,
So, Mr. Chairman, my motion would include approving everything Pat and Ellen have listed.
Oh, I'm talking. So if you can get it to me, what I'll do is do a Facebook scheduling out of those posts. So that way it could be consistent enough so that way it can be posted more than one time throughout Facebook.
Okay.
And whatever social media.
And again, Pat, if we have it before the beginning of May, then announce it and put it out at the time.
I'll collect all the publicity material and I'll make sure you have it by the 1st of May or thereabouts.
Thank you, Pat.
Okay.
Thanks, Pat.
All right,
We
Sounds
thank you
great,
for all
Pat.
your support and efforts.
I'll get working on the poster and I'll keep you posted as we go along.
Yeah, Pat,
Sounds great.
I would go with, I think we should go with the banner. So if you can get the,
I want the banner in the town.
I think that'd be really well, 'cause everybody looks at that going through the center.
All right,
No,
I don't know.
definitely,
I don't know.
definitely want to do a banner.
You're gonna take care of that?
I will look
Give me
into
the-
it.
We'll look into it.
All right.
I'll look into it. I'll call. Who usually puts one up there? I'm trying to think. Exchange Club? They usually put one, don't they?
We haven't put
Or
one
do they
up.
know where they got it?
The Exchange Club hasn't put one up there in years, but I know the Spencer Fair usually puts one up.
Yeah, the Spencer
Yeah,
Fair does.
I'll find out and see. Yep. I'll
say
call, see
Karen-
how
Mary
long they
Woodward
are.
is usually the one to put anything up there.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
And I'm sure we need approval from the town to put it up too, I would guess. I don't know. I'll check and find out.
We'll find out.
So for
Yeah.
this item, Mr. Chairman, I would like us to go on the record in support of this with the vote with my motion, sir.
Okay, do I have
What are we
a
voting
second?
on now?
Everything
Fine.
Pat recommended and you suggested. That will be request and do and whatever.
Okay, do I have Corinne seconded, so I'll do a roll call vote. Marty German,
Aye.
Lynn Peretti,
Aye.
Anthony Toscano,
Aye.
Jason Ferreira,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye.
If I could mention one last thing, I think the Exchange
Sure.
Club would like to do something in conjunction with a couple of the concerts. Do I need to get permission for it, or what do we
well,
need?
Whatever they're willing
let
to
us
do, when
know.
Lincoln accepts.
Hold on, Bill, hold on. So, remember the, issue we had last, if they want to do something with the concert, we should, fill out that form that the, town administrator has, because remember that year we wanted to do something.
Oh, the
we did
activity.
something
Yep,
down there?
yep.
So that way there's no crossing a path or anybody else doing something.
Okay,
So
good idea.
You know, I'm gonna get that form. I'm gonna talk to Brenda tomorrow, and you and I can work that out another time. The dates, we'll get all that filled out, those forms, and that way they know what we're doing down there. All the other departments, and also if the Exchange Club is more than welcome to do what they want, work with us and do something. We just want to do
Do it right.
the right thing with the town.
Yep.
All right.
Do we know if the town is doing that street festival again?
I don't know because
Haven't heard.
there's a new town planner and everything. So
Folks, just so Lynn, and Marty, we can probably have more than just the opening day concert at Luther Hill. We can probably have a couple others, maybe 3. So just keep that in mind.
Yep.
All right, great. I'll send you the documentation I have thus far, and I'll keep you posted as we go along.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Pat.
All right, thanks, everyone. Bye for now.
Thanks, Pat.
Bye.
All right. So we've already discussed lights, cameras, action. We did all that. So I think we can move down to committee comments and concerns. So let me start. I'll go through a roll call instead of people jumping all over each other. Jason Ferreira, you got anything, Jay?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Tony Toscano?
Quick question for Lynn. Do we have an opening day for Luther Hill? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, the 20. I think it's the 20th of June. It's Father's Day, actually.
Okay. Do we have a band?
I'm
set
pretty
up?
sure it's the 20th. Not yet.
All right. Do you want me to
I
talk
will.
to the band we were talking about last year?
You can if you want to. Sure.
Or reaching
Sure.
out to Tequila Bonfire again, maybe? They were pretty
Yeah,
good.
they were a lot of fun. Sure.
And they weren't
You can do that. I mean, I have the email address still if you'd like me to.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I like them. That
I'm not
sounds good
doing
to me.
hot dogs, hamburgers. I'm not doing anything at all with it. I'm not
Good.
getting
No,
food. I'm not
not
doing
with
any of that. Not with
Um,
COVID. Yeah, right.
Marty.
Not with COVID.
Mr.
Marty?
Chairman, we might want to look at food trucks at certain events, maybe, maybe not, just putting it out there.
Okay,
Is Marty
anything
still
else?
Yeah, Marty's here.
there? Marty,
So do you have any comments?
no, Marty,
Oh, but-
Marty, hold on. Are we gonna
I'm not-
do that stage area?
I mean, where we put the tents up last year or the year before?
Yeah, we'll just do
Yeah.
a platform there for the bands.
I'll try to arrange that. That's not a problem.
Can we
20
squeeze
by
that
And
in?
I did buy the canopies. I do have canopies that I bought too.
Okay,
Were they
Yeah.
10 by 10s or 20 by 20?
I don't know. They're down in the parks office. I can't remember. I think I got two 10 by 10s. I think that was the standard size.
Okay.
well, I think we should maybe get a 20 by 20, and that's how big we would make the stage area.
We can just screw it down
Okay.
to the deck. We can screw it down to the decking and then unscrew it when we're done with it.
Right, but if
Either
it's
way.
the same size, they won't have the posts right in the middle.
Correct.
I don't think they're that expensive, are they, Lynn?
I'll take a look on Amazon tonight and see.
Okay, that's all I've got.
All right, great.
Okay.
All right, Marty German.
All right, couple of things. Hart, are you there?
I am.
Is
I'm
Carter
here. How you
Bemis-
doing?
Good yourself today.
Good. Thank you for
So
having me
my
out. It's a
question
pleasure
is-
to be here.
That's not a problem. At your convenience, I'd like to get together with you so we can go to each park and just make a small flower presentation at each park to sprucing things up to make it look like we care.
Yeah,
Not
certainly.
spending a
We
lot
can.
of money, but put a lot of heart into it.
Absolutely.
You have my number, so give me a call when it's convenient for yourself, and I'll schedule a time, and you and I can go to each location and just look at something, design it, and come up with a price, and we can go from there.
I love it. Sounds like a plan. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. The other
Thank
thing
you.
is, at Powder Mill, I spoke to the tree warden. He's going to meet me down there so we can trim up some of those trees on where the parking lot is, where the fence is, and where the building is, because there's a lot of dead wood there. And if he can't handle it, he's going to tell me if I need young services or not.
Okay,
And that's all I have to say.
all right.
I'm all set. Thank you.
You're all set? All right, Corinne?
Thank you.
So, just want to give an update about the grant that we did apply for at the end of 2020. So I do apologize for not being very communicative. When we applied for the grant, they were going to send us a letter to the town hall. That way we could pay to order the playground equipment. However, we did not receive the letter. I did follow up with Game Time, but because we missed the deadline in purchasing the equipment, we did not get it. So we are on Plan B now. So I'm going to meet with O'Brien's Play Equipment. They are the ones in conjunction with Playscape that did the playground in Worcester. They're saying that they might be able to do something at Powder Mill to update the toddler area. So I'm going to be meeting with them in April, early morning. So I don't know if anybody is around, but I will send out an email to anybody who's around to come meet with them. All the Game Time play equipment that would be inclusive play, so meaning that kids with disabilities can also play on it, is unfortunately out of our price range, unless we reapply for the grant, which wouldn't happen again until the fall. So I'm going to meet with Playscape, see if they can do something within our budget with what we have. Tony, while you're down there digging lines, right,
Mm-hmm.
for cable, could you dig up that seesaw that's broken?
Yeah, there's two of them, I think.
Correct. Yeah. We just need to, if you guys can do that, and we can find a way to dispose of it. But if you can dig it up, I will find a way to dispose of it.
Okay.
So once I have Plan B, I will present it at the next meeting. So that's all I have. Any questions or comments?
Corinne, I know that we have the open space plan filed. I'll forward you the state grants, which are applicable in July, and if any of them help you with the playground, then you can go ahead and do that.
Okay. So as long as you email it over to me, I will have time. I will be officially off of orders come May 1st. So.
And whenever you get those seesaws pulled out, I can dispose of those for you. I can haul those out of there with my truck.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, they can just be thrown down at the transfer station. They'll take them down there.
All right. Lynn?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Amazing.
I got hungry horses and dogs.
Okay, I'm gonna make this real quick. I can't see if you have anything else left, Bill, but if you do.
Actually, I'm going to make everyone happy. I'm all set.
Hey, woohoo!
All right, so I got a couple quick things. Everybody saw I sent an email out today with Mary Branny. She sent us some stuff to find grants. We were talking about downhill Garrett, so everybody's got a copy of that to look into that. If you guys want to dig into that, I'll be looking into that. Also, about a week ago, I got an email. I was in Florida. I got an email from the fire chief. So he was looking for a trailer to move the side-by-side for now. And Evan always told him to reach out to him for a trailer if they needed one. Well, Evan brought him our trailer. So our trailer is up at the fire station. It's available. It's nothing on it. It's only for emergency if they gotta get the side-by-side out, because the closed-in trailer they have does not work. Trying to get the side-by-side in it, plus trying to get them in and out of it. So they're using it for right now. I did make it clear to the chief, once our building is up and done, our equipment will all be in one place and locked up. So he agrees. He's going to start looking for something else. If he can find something, they're going to go way up the side-by-side. They're going to look at what size our trailer is and see what they can figure out for a price to buy a trailer. So that's where we stand with that. I did have my budget meeting with the town administrator and the finance select board. That went pretty quick. There was no real questions actually at all, anything. The only things I explained with changes, and it was because of charter going up and adding cameras and everything. The charter bill goes up, and also that we are adding a dumpster down at the Hill. That came up when Lynn and I were talking one day. We added that because we're doing the budget stuff, because I'm not going to pick up trash on Saturday anymore, because highway gets busy and they can't make it because of storms, which I understand. So this just ends that problem for us. And I don't think it really hurts your feelings. You don't have to go pick up our trash. And keeps our park cleaner. But I have really nothing else to discuss.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. I'll do a roll call
Aye,
vote.
aye. We all say aye. Aye, aye, aye.
Lynn, I have to do this. I'm sorry. Marty German?
Yeah.
Hi.
Corinne just said aye. Anthony Toscano, seconded. Jason Ferreira?
Aye.
I thought maybe you went to the fire meeting. And I say aye. Meeting is adjourned at 7:20. Colleen, before you hang up, sometime this week I'll give you a call and we'll discuss some things too, or I'll send you a text, all right, with my number.
Okay, sounds good.
All right?
Okay, bye,
And we can-
everybody. See ya.
All right.
We'll talk
Bye.
tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Carter.